What's going on, AZ Sports Fan family? Today what we're going to talk about is Cardinals versus Chiefs, the Arizona Cardinals' second preseason game of the 2021 season. And honestly, guys, it was really hard to watch. I'm not going to lie to you. This was supposed to be, the hype up Friday night football, Kyler Murray versus, Patrick Mahomes. And it really just kind of left a lot of Arizona Cardinals fans saying, what the heck did we just see? Alright guys, welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, today what I want to specifically talk about is Cardinals versus Chiefs, and I want to give you my 5 top takeaways from this game and, what we've learned so far. But before we get started, definitely do me one big favor, smash that like button and subscribe to the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. We just hit 7,000 subscribers, which is a huge milestone here, so thank you everybody who subscribed, but all we need to do is keep growing. Next goal is going to be 10K. But without further ado, let's go and just jump right into here. Arizona Cardinals versus the Chiefs, and honestly, this game did not live up to the hype at all. Well, at least the hype that was in my head. Now, I want to go ahead and do one quick disclaimer here. I am fully aware that this was a preseason game, but this was still embarrassing on a national level to look like we did on a national level. Preseason or not, we saw the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously Patrick Mahomes threw an interception, but he still got over 50 yards, passing, and Kyler Murray couldn't really do anything at all, and it was really embarrassing to watch. One of the best things Kyler Murray did all game was he ran out of the pocket for 8 yards. And that was pretty cool. Then the next play was 2nd and 2. James Conner loses a yard, and we're still not able to convert that, that first down, which is really frustrating to see, which is basically segueing me into my very first point here. The Arizona Cardinals offense starters look absolutely sloppy. Now, I get it. I'm going to say this multiple times during this video. I understand it's preseason, but we should really kind of come out with a little bit more competitiveness, especially our starters, to take the rust off, to take that, that edge off of, week 1 versus the Tennessee Titans, because this performance I don't want to see in week 1. But the stats for Kyler Murray, he went 1 for 4 with 2 yards. Yes, that's bad. That's bad. So already there's a lot of national people already giving flack to the Arizona Cardinals, and rightfully so. There's nothing that we can say as fans. There's nothing that they can say as an organization to really say that we did a good job, because we did it. We laid a goose egg on a national level. The Arizona Cardinals offense went 3 straight 3-and-outs and could not convert a first down to save their life. I think even when Colt McCoy came in for his very first drive, he went 3-and-out as well. After that, it kind of seemed to, get the oil going, and I think we are starting to gel more as an offense. But it wasn't our starters. It was our backups that really shined and did a very good job today. As far as my second takeaway for this game, I honestly think our defense starters did very, very well. Now, I think one of the big highlights in this game for our starters is going to be Byron Murphy getting the interception from Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes just tried to do too much, and he tried to play hero ball, throws the ball in the end zone. Byron Murphy gets a pick. Absolutely amazing. He did very, very well. He looks awesome on the outside, and I've been saying this, time and time again, that why not give him the opportunity if he can show out in training camp? And it seems like he's getting more of the opportunity to play on the outside, like Vance Joseph said, so I'm all up on board with that. Another player that I want to talk about in terms of our starter defense, Isaiah Simmons had an absolute amazing game. I feel like he was everywhere. He was tackling people, he was wrapping people up, and that's the type of stuff that I love to see. One little flaw about our defense, and it's just a tiny flaw, hopefully we can get it fixed in the regular season, was that we couldn't get off the field in 3rd down, which was a concerning thing to see, especially last year, translating back again into our second preseason game. I know it's preseason, but it's definitely something that I noticed. So we need to make sure that our 3rd downs, we need to get off the field with 3rd downs when it comes to our defense. Now, my key takeaway point number 3, Eno Benjamin and Jonathan Ward, they need to be on this team. Please, Arizona Cardinal organization. I know James Conner, I know Chase Edmonds are going to be your number 1 and number 2. I'm not sure who's going to be 1, and I'm not sure who's going to be 2. It might be 50-50. But I think it's very obvious to maybe take 4 running backs going into the 2021 season this year. I think it's important, especially with the injury history that we've seen from Chase Edmonds and James Conner. I like what I've seen from Eno Benjamin. I'm sold. I love what I've seen, his elusiveness. He's very shifty. He's got a spin move that will knock you on your bum, and I want to see more of Eno Benjamin. Now we see Jonathan Ward on the other side. Keep this guy going. He's a different type of running back, more of a bruiser. He's 6 foot. I think it was like 213 pounds, something along those lines. This guy will get you your ugly yards. Jonathan Ward and Eno Benjamin needs to make this 53-man roster. Now my key point number 4, Chris Streveler. I know he was the punching bag last week. He did not look very good at all. His biggest highlight last week was him trucking the safety of the Cowboys, which was pretty cool to watch. But this game, he really bounced back. He had a pretty decent game. He went 5 for 6, 74 yards, and 1 touchdown. So there was still a little bit like, oh my God, here it goes, Chris Streveler doing it again. I still do think he's more of a run type of, quarterback more than anything. Like, that's his first thought. I want to make sure I can run this ball, especially if there's nothing open within like the first second. I think Chris Streveler had a bounce back game. I think he did an amazing job. Definitely a considerable option for our third string quarterback. I don't think he did enough to really say, hey, he's better than Colt McCoy. I just like the consistency that Colt McCoy brings to the table. So yes, Chris Streveler looked like he shined, but he also needs to continue doing it, especially during the Saints. Now my last and final key point number 5, Travis Ross, the tight end, caught our solo touchdown on this game, and he looked pretty good today. Honestly, I know that one of the biggest things, especially on the offensive side of the ball, is who's going to be our tight end. I know we have Max Williams, we have Darrell Daniels, but there's not really somebody that I'm like, yes, that's the guy right there that's going to be our tight end. I'm absolutely 100% confident with it. Max Williams is going to give you more of the blocking type of tight end, but I was impressed with what I've seen from Ross Travis. I really was. 2 receptions, 37 yards, and you cannot forget the 20-plus yard touchdown from Chris Streveler. It was just a beauty. It was a beauty. I think he did a very, very good job, especially in coverage. Now, granted, he was playing against second-string type of defense, but still, I think that's kind of really enough to kind of look and give him a second glance and say, hey, maybe he might be the opportunity to be our second tight end going to the 2021 season, but we will see. But this guy is 6'6", 28 years old. He's still fairly, not old, not young. He's right in the middle, but if he can give us that type of production, I'm down, man. I'm absolutely down with bringing on Ross Travis into our 53-man roster. That is going to be my 5 key points of this game. Honestly, what I've seen from the starters this game, it really makes me want to say I need to see these guys versus the Saints. Like, I have to. If they put up a good drive or 2 good drives, they don't have to get into the end zone. They don't have to get points. They don't have to get field goals. But if they're moving the ball down the field, that's all I really ask for. Get the rust off, get the connection with Rondo Moore, with AJ Green, all that different stuff. That's what I want to see. And honestly, I feel like we reverted right back. And that was kind of a very concerning shell shock that a lot of fans were, leading to believe. We get it, it's preseason. But guys, at the national level, 3rd year of the Cliff Kingsbury's offense, and we came out looking like that. 1 for 4 with 2 yards from our starting quarterback. That is not good. Let me tell you right now, that is not good news. So what I would love to see is versus the Saints, I need to see the starters out there. If we can get some good, solid drives to get the rust off, especially against week 1 versus the Tennessee Titans. I don't want to do another thing where we start off really slow and try to start moving the ball in the second half, because honestly, we can't win games like that, guys. But that's my 5 key points of this game. Arizona Cardinals versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, guys. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'm out.